Yo guys, welcome to You Supremacy. I'm you. Before we get into the video, please help me like, comment, subscribe. I really want to be consistent for you guys. I'm kind of enjoying it, even though I've only made, one video, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying just yapping about random stuff. It's definitely filling in the time that I have here. But let's get into it. Sorry for the sniffling though. I've got a bit of a runny nose, but basically I just wanted to talk about why I think Dragon Ball Z is so loved. Why it's probably the most loved anime. Maybe One Piece has taken over, but I'll still give it to Dragon Ball. And why I think why for me personally, the entire Dragon Ball franchise, that's my favorite anime franchise, whatever you want to call it. That's my favorite of all time. And that's not me saying that, has the best written story, best character arcs, best themes, whatever. I just personally think it's the best, and I'm gonna give my reasons for that. But I'm gonna talk about my introduction to Dragon Ball. The only thing is, I don't exactly remember the specific moment where I first ever, you know, looked at Goku, for example. Like, I was very, very young. I was very, very young. I was into anime. I've been into anime since I was a very young kid, in it. And Dragon Ball Z is definitely what kind of got me into like anime. Um, and that I knew it was anime, if that makes sense. So ever since I found out about Goku, I used to watch his fights on YouTube, etc., right? As a very young kid. And, you know, and tell me if you did this as well. I know it wasn't just me. Yeah. Sometimes I tell some of my friends this and they say, yeah, I'm definitely on the spectrum. I mean, maybe. But as a kid, I used to like imagine like fight scenes. So I used to like fight like imaginary characters like on my ones. Like I'll just be in the hallways doing my thing, and it's not even like for 10 minutes. I'll be there for hours if need be. Like I was so entertained. I don't know why. I just was. I just enjoyed it. That's just how I was, bro. If I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me, but I used to do that a lot with like Dragon Ball Z. I used to pretend I was like Goku, Vegeta, or whatever. And I remember when Dragon Ball Z Kai first dropped on Kicks, bro. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was watching. I think it came out every week, or like once a week on like a Tuesday evening or something. And I just remember the flipping the theme tune was cold, like bro, it was just sick. Like, oh man, the fights were amazing. I just thought, wow, what am I watching right now? This is sick. Um, yeah, and I think the reason why is because Goku just resonated with me so much, and I feel like genuinely Dragon Ball Z is one of the reasons why I'm so like goal orientated to this day, and why I always try and strive for the best for myself, etc. And it's just because it basically teaches you that, right? Goku, for example, the main character, it's literally the story about how he became, or how he's trying to become the strongest being in the universe, or if we're going by super, the multiverse, you know. Um, and I feel like that's very important to my own character. As seeing Goku, in the Saiyan saga, he got banged up by his brother. He goes and crosses the snake path thing. I can't remember what it's called. He perseveres through all that to get to King Kai's planet. He learns some techniques. He comes back, bangs up Nappa, saves his friends and that. Obviously, Vegeta versus Goku, that's a whole different story. That fight was cold, but I'm not gonna go into that. And seeing how each arc he gets stronger and stronger. And he's always training. It's just like, okay, that's me. And another thing, I love how he eats so much because that's me as well. If you know me personally, you know I eat bears. But yeah, I'm not saying maybe I'm Goku. What can I say? Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, or Vegeta, for example, like Vegeta's character, all my days, Vegeta's character is like amazing. Like, personally, my favorite version of Vegeta was definitely Namek because he was a flipping crash out. Like, he was so cold. That's why Water Vegeta, that meme even came. But he was so cold at on Namek World before he got slapped up by Frieza. But yeah, brush. But Vegeta, always, he's always in the he was always just following Goku, right? He was just behind him at all times. And it was kind of sad to see, Vegeta, obviously, Saiyans, in general are just prideful beings, right? But imagine the prince of all Saiyans. Like, that's Vegeta. He is the prince of all Saiyans. Even though his father has died, he still calls himself the prince, which is, respect to his father, but he is the prince. Like, that is his pride. So think of a normal Saiyan who is inherently prideful, but even like just way more because he's literally the prince of all of them, right? His whole planet got enslaved by Frieza. Oh my gosh. He got enslaved by Frieza. He couldn't do anything because he was too weak. He then comes to Earth, um, and then he meets Kakarot, Goku, and Goku's supposed to be this lowly being, you know what I mean? Like, he was born with a low power level, etc., etc. Saiyans, when they're born, by the way, if you didn't know, that like their lives are kind of determined by their power levels at birth, because that kind of like determines their potential. Um, and obviously Goku had a really low one. That's why he got sent to Earth. Because if your power level is kind of low, then they just kind of send you to planets to try and take them over yourself. But whatever. Anyways, throughout the entire series, he just sees Goku getting stronger, 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 and his pride is getting taken, taken, taken every time. And it's just peak. Especially the darkest moment was during the Majin Buu saga, when obviously Goku comes back and whatever, and he fights Majin Vegeta, proper fight. Yeah, like it looks like they're par on par, and then they we find out that Goku literally had Super Saiyan 3 in the back, and he was not trying to. He was basically he was going soft on Vegeta basically, and like imagine how that broke Vegeta's pride. Like the whole reason he let um you know, he became Majin Vegeta is because he just wanted to get stronger. And even with that power that technically wasn't his, it was what's his name? BBD, Barbity, I think it's Barbity, yeah. Gave him that power to, whatever, made him more evil but more stronger. He was still not able to be strong enough for Goku, which is dark. I'm pretty sure in the manga the Vegeta is stronger, but I don't know, I haven't read the manga. But yeah. So even Vegeta, like his whole character is cold. Like just seeing that is amazing. But it's just the ambition that all these characters have. The Z fighters, whatever. It's just sick. Like it's literally in my opinion, is one of like the key. One of the key themes and the key. Of being a man. Like you know what I mean. Like I feel like low key Dragon Ball Z taught me how to be a man, like a proper man. And I think that was cold. Um, but yeah, that's Dragon Ball Z specifically. I haven't watched Dragon Ball. I watched some episodes when I was younger. It's all right. Like it was funny. Like it's more funny. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll ever like actually fully watch it, but you know, Goku as a kid, I rock with it. But Dragon Ball Super, I used to watch Dragon Ball Super every Sunday on Crunchyroll when I was like 12 or whatever. Um, and that was absolutely amazing. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's because I just love Dragon Ball, innit? But bro, the Goku Black that arc kind of annoyed me because of the ending. But just seeing Super Saiyan Rose, Super Saiyan Trunks again with his rage form, that was flipping cold, bro. I just think how visual everything is, like the transformations, like the multicolored hair, it's just so it's so cool, man. And then the Tournament of Power, the best arc in Dragon Ball Super, right, bro? Jiren versus Ultra Instinct Goku broke the internet. I don't care. Better than Give Have Luffy, whatever. That was amazing. Jiren himself, man, I need them. I need to know more about him, man. He was just nonchalant, meditating and that, bro. And he just slapped top guys, man. Bro, genuinely one of the best fights I've ever seen. But yeah, like Dragon Ball is just it's just amazing, man. Like genuinely, it's just amazing. Oh, what would I say my favorite scene in Dragon Ball is? It might have been when this is low key a lot of people's favorites, but it might just be when Gohan turns Super Saiyan 2. The best might be the best transformation of anime, genuinely. Um, bro, and you just see bro, you just see the tears in his eyes, and he just rages, and he becomes Super Saiyan 2, and then he just oh man, he slaps up Cell. Oh, that was sick. Oh my days. But yeah, fair enough. Dragon Ball's story, plot lines, whatever, they seem to be repetitive, not as complicated and deep as other you know, animes or whatever. But who the flip cares, man? It's Dragon Ball, man. Think about the impact Dragon Ball had. There's the big three, so Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, and then we have the father of the big three, Dragon Ball. Think about the influence Dragon Ball had. If we didn't have Dragon Ball, we might not have had these series, right? So yeah, that's all I've got to say, really. But remember to like, comment, subscribe. This is why I think Dragon Ball is so loved, man.